Well, guys, welcome back. It was a huge game last night and a huge disappointment at that. Bob, there's a lot of things to get into today. Everything from some coordinators, some player issues, officiating. And by the way, if you don't want to hear bad officiating about officiating, you might want to mute this thing for about 2 minutes here in a little bit. Not saying that costs us the game, but the SEC continues just to have an issue and seems to be no desire to get it fixed.
Right.
So, Bob, I know a lot of things made me want to cuss last night, and waking up this morning felt the same way. But what really got under your skin?
Well, first of all, let me just say, Tim, we will talk about the playoff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This the thing now. I mean,
Yeah.
Bob, we got to figure out, can we get in? Will we get in?
Yeah, where are we at with this thing? We'll talk a little bit about that, and remember to like and subscribe and comment. Throw your feelings out there in the comment section. You need get a little anguish out there, but
Yeah, get that out, and then, like I said, we'll finish up with that.
Yeah.
The playoff talk.
Right.
Because we still in the playoff hunting.
We are.
Just got some things got to happen. So we'll get into that at the end here.
But yeah, the ref and what got me, man. The face mask call that extended the drive that wasn't a face mask that ended up giving them a touchdown.
There was 3 calls on that drive right there, by the way, that kept that drive alive. 3 bad calls. I'm sorry, not 3 calls, but 3 bad calls.
Down there near the goal line, they said Pierce jumped off sides. He didn't. I went back and looked. I didn't see nobody personally move. I seen more movement on the offensive line than I seen on the defensive line. You had Beck had a false start late in the game, 6 minutes ago in the game. They never called, took 2 steps back. One of the most obvious false starts I've ever seen in my life. Not called. There was a pass interference or 2. One of their kickoffs went out the 3-yard line. They said it went out of the end zone. Yeah, I wasn't happy at all with the refereeing. Oh yeah, and the Delp fumble when he caught the ball, tucked it in, and then
I don't know what else do you have to do. He makes a catch, he takes 2 steps, and he tucks the ball.
Yeah. Now as soon as he tucks it, Brooks hits him and knocks it loose.
Yeah, but he does get it tucked.
Yeah.
Prior to that.
I mean,
so what is the continuation in a referee's eye?
Yeah. Well, it depends, Tim.
On what they want to happen?
Yes. That I think that's what it is. Yeah. Because I ain't gonna get into conspiracy stuff here, Tim, but I mean you said before the game, I asked you, said, Tim, what is better for the SEC? And what's better for the SEC is for Tennessee to lose and Georgia win, because Georgia's in.
Was going to be eliminated.
And Tennessee would still have a shot. And if Tennessee won, then Georgia's eliminated. So that was better for the SEC. And what usually, I don't know if you've checked, I mean, you've talked about this many times, but what's good for the SEC seems to happen a lot of times.
Yeah, and other conferences are doing it, finally doing it now.
It's happening in other conferences where guys are like, well, it looks like we need this team to win. Oh, well, mystery flag,
Yeah. And Sankey and Slav actually started it.
They did, yeah.
And it's been going on for a long time in this league to try to get as many playoff participants.
Yeah.
But anyway, Bob.
Yeah, all right.
We could do a whole video breaking it down and showing you some bad calls. It was horrible, but I'm not going to say that was why we lost. That's part of the reason why.
Yeah.
But we got more fingers to point.
Yeah, and offensively, I thought we played okay, well enough to win. You could definitely point fingers there, but it was the defensive side, Tim, that I was very disappointed in. Defensive line, getting no pressure on Beck. Linebackers didn't play good. I thought our corners probably played good enough, but
well, our corners competed, Bob.
Yeah.
They got beat a few times. Guess what? Corners get beat a few times.
Yeah.
But they competed. They were there at the point of the ball being there. I'll take that play any night.
But our safeties and our nickels didn't play well. You know, Tim, what blows my mind, man, is okay. The person that played
Had the
worst game was Tim Banks.
He does this a few times a year.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man,
Make an adjustment.
make an adjustment.
Doesn't even know he needs to make an adjustment this morning. I mean, until somebody wakes him up and says, "Hey, Tim, tight ends caught 13 passes for 130 yards on you last night."
13 passes for 130 yards.
No rushing game whatsoever to speak of.
And you have two
outstanding
corners that you can put outside.
Perhaps
you actually
make an
play
adjustment to take a tight end away in the middle of the field.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Banks is good for at least one game a year where he can't figure out how to make an adjustment. I mean, that was sad. I put that game
More than last year.
Yeah,
I put him squarely on Banks.
if I'm putting put this loss on anybody, it's Tim Banks. Tim Banks deserves the L on this one. Like you said before the video,
They need
he
to
ought to
give him
donate his salary back to
somebody, because he did not earn it last night.
I couldn't understand advice. If you can't get a pass rush with 4, then bring up blitz.
Yeah, bring somebody.
I mean, when Beck is back there and comfortable,
Get him out of rhythm.
get him out of rhythm. He's been shown he'll make mistakes.
Yeah, he's been in a huge slump. He's been in a huge slump.
Yeah.
And you let him get in a rhythm, and he's eating you alive.
Yeah.
After he started out 2 for 9, I think he had maybe like 1 incompletion the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And we never did anything to try to get him off the mark.
Right. But yeah, very disappointing. But at the end of the day, we still have a shot. Now, ESPN, I think, listed us at 53% chance of making the playoffs from here on out. I think it's less than that. Because at the end of the day, here's the scenario, okay?
Yeah.
First, let's start off with how many we get in. It's most likely 4. If Notre Dame was to lose to either Army or USC, which is, I would give that about a 10% chance. Neither one of them are very good.
I don't care what the records are.
I'd give that about a 10% chance. If Notre Dame goes down, then we got a decent shot of getting 5. Then our Tennessee's chances to make the playoffs go way, way, way up. Other things that need to happen. The biggest one is we need Florida to beat Ole Miss. We need to knock Ole Miss out of the category, because right now we got Georgia, which is in unless they lose. You got Bama, which is in unless they lose. Ole Miss is in unless they lose.
Texas
is in unless they lose. But now Texas and Texas A&M play each other.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second.
But you want Ole Miss to lose to Florida.
Yeah, and with Lagway playing,
that could happen.
It could happen. I'm not saying it is.
I'm not saying that's
they're going to be the underdog for sure.
But we need Ole Miss.
It is at Florida, though, right?
Yes, I believe it is Florida. I've heard different people say different things. I think you want probably Texas to beat Texas A&M, and that would eliminate them.
Yeah, then we're competing against. There's only 5 teams.
Then you got to be down to 5.
Yeah.
Texas A&M,
we only have to sleep in above 1.
Then Texas A&M is in,
locked in,
and then
we might be going against Texas, who has no resume speak of whatsoever.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a good win on the record all year long. But I don't want to roll that dice on who they choose between us and Texas right now.
Right. Even if Texas got blowed out, which I don't think Texas A&M can do. So basically, to sum it up, we need Ole Miss to lose to Florida. We need Notre Dame to lose to somebody. And we need Texas to beat Texas A&M. I think that's what we need to happen.
Yeah, but all 3 of those things don't have to happen. But we need some kind of combination, or at least one of those has to happen.
Yeah, and honestly, I think 2 of those have to happen, because I think if Florida beats Ole Miss, then we're still out. If Texas A&M beats Texas, I mean, don't you agree? Because Texas A&M's in at that point. It would be Georgia, Texas A&M, Bama,
Well,
and then
no,
possibly Texas.
I don't think that has to happen. I think uh, Notre Dame could win, and we still have a shot. I think if Ole Miss was to lose, and Texas was to lose A&M, we still got a shot at getting in.
Right. But we'd be fighting for Texas.
We'd be fighting for Texas.
Yeah.
No guarantees.
Yeah.
If you want a guarantee, two of those has to happen.
Yeah.
But there's no guarantees in life. So
Yeah. I mean, I think Texas, I mean, we got a better resume, but I wouldn't put us us against Texas to get in because Texas has the name, and I mean, I just wouldn't let it come down to that.
no,
I
no,
mean-
I don't think you don't want to let it come down to that.
No.
But I'm saying,
I think if it does comes down to that, I think we're out.
right, I would tend to agree with you, but I'm not willing to bring that up. I don't think it has to happen, is what I'm saying.
Right.
But so is there anything else, Bob, on this game right here? I'd like to give a shout out to Dylan Sampson.
Yeah.
Consistently awesome all year long.
He played well.
Another good game, over 100 yards against a very tough Georgia defense.
Made a couple runs that I was like, wow, That one time he should have been caught in the back in the end zone. I mean, caught for a loss, and still ended up getting down to the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
That was an impressive play.
He has them every week.
And I thought Peyton Lewis, for the most part, played well.
Hitzelman had by the way, as much as I want to complain about both coordinators, that was a nice call by Hosley to give that handoff to.
That's what you look for in a coordinator right there, is to come up with schemed up stuff like that.
Now if he could just do regular 3rd and 5.
Yeah.
If he can come up with a play call on 3rd and 5 now.
Right.
Um,
Well, I mean, I will
second
say we did convert a 3rd and 10 last night. I think that might have been the first of the year that was converted over.
it's been a little while, it feels like.
I mean, if it's more than 3rd and 7, you might as well chalk it up. We might as well do the whole General Nealon thing and go ahead and punt it on 3rd down. I mean, so we ain't making. We're gonna run it up the middle and get 2 yards and punt it. Honestly, no joke. That had to be one of our first conversions, our longest conversion of the year last night. Even though I see other teams do it all the time, that's one reason why I have gripes about Halsley in general. We got to be able to do a better job of converting 3rd and long. I know it's not a good chance. You're not going to hit,
and it helps
70%
for receivers actually
30.
catch ball a few times too.
but we should be, better than
We
2%.
we need to be better. But that was a very nice play call in that
It was.
touchdown right there. Kitzman had a pretty strong game all the way around. Had a couple other plays that I liked. Jackson Ross played well.
Yeah.
Did his part. And overall, we actually went down to Georgia and played well enough to win. If we just had made a couple adjustments on defense and got an evenly called game.
Yeah.
Or semi-evenly called game.
Semi-called.
Yeah, I don't think we needed even. Yeah, thought it was evenly called the first half. I think both teams had a couple of calls that they should have been happy about getting.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the epitome of an pretty evenly called game.
That's what you want.
So, guys, I appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your day today to join us. If you are new to us and haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Hit that like button. This big orange train ain't quit rolling yet, and we're gonna be here through it all. So, Bob, is it time?
That's right.
Go big orange.
Go Vols.